To be honest, I don't really remember a time where softball wasn't kind of part of my life. I started playing when I was 6. I just fell in love with the game and fell in love with kind of the process of growing my game and just working through the challenges. My experience and my journey is a little bit different than other people. I was homeschooled. I go to college and I'm at a program that doesn't exist before I get there. You know, the person I am is something I'm really proud of, and so looking back on the good and the bad and challenges, right, like I'm really thankful for all of that because it shaped me to who I am now. So my dad's been a really big part of my softball journey. He never takes as much credit as he is owed, but I definitely wouldn't be in the position that I am today without his help every step of the way.
She's always one that if you want to do something, well, it wasn't usually me. Tell her she can't do it. And, get out of the way.
Yeah, so I think, the more I went on, the more I started trying to go back to what I thought about when I started softball in the first place, right? Like at the end of the day, it is still just a game. But when you're at the college level, especially at the level that I played at, it starts getting so much more. There's so much more pressure. It feels like there's so many more expectations. And so how do you keep the game still just a game and keep it fun? People love throwing out the phrase, enjoy the moment. But when you're at this level and doing this and, it's hard and you're not going to enjoy every moment. I kind of felt like I was putting these unrealistic expectations on me of this is how I'm supposed to feel. I kind of shifted that phrase to experience every moment. That really gave me the space to feel however I felt about something. The experiences I'm having are what shape my whole, experience and journey. Take away some of those expectations that I felt on and off the field and just kind of be more me.
Embracing every moment as my guide.
All these experiences and, these things that I wish I had known when I was younger and, kind of had someone to look up to in, this sense. And so I was like, I would love to try and, create something. And after sitting down with the Mizuno team and kind of talking through options, right, I think we really just found that a glove was the best, the best canvas to kind of tell that story.
I actually have the glove with me. Do you want to see it?
Of course I want to see it.
Here you go. This is your baby.
It's so crazy to actually see it in person, right? And all of the different elements we've kind of talked about. We sat there and designed it and I was so excited to see it, and somehow it turned out even better than I think what we all thought it was going to. So I love it. Sitting down, they told me about their new imprint technology and how, it's just a custom, we can completely create a custom print and print it directly on the leather, and really just, kind of have free will with it of, doing whatever we wanted. With the green ribbon on the side, right? Mental health is really important to me. So how do we incorporate that? Finding ways to put in those words. I was 13, I think, and I switched to playing on a travel ball team, and they were called the Hanover Hornets.
So I would just get text reports and I wasn't really there.
That's when he stopped coaching me. He would send me a text before every game. He would send a bee emoji and then awesome, and so it's be awesome. And so that's something that I've had written on multiple of my college gloves, and just kind of take everywhere with me. Putting the own your story in my handwriting, right? I think that's so cool because now every time I use my glove and look at it, right, there's even more of that little piece of me on this glove. I think the biggest takeaway for me is on a personal level, and it's something I think that a lot of girls in different stages of their careers can take away, is just to really, again, own that story that it's yours. Be proud of who you are and, the experiences that shape you. And I mean, none of this would have been possible, without the partnership I have with Mizuno and their belief in the project and, really their belief in helping me create something and really making my vision come to life.